Good morning.
Good morning.
It's so nice on a Sunday to be able to sit outside and relax with a coffee, isn't it?
It really is. It's so lovely. However, it was drizzling quite a lot last night and this morning, so it's a little bit damp. So I thought I'd share another tenuous link case, really tenuous link this time. I said that it was a little bit damp this morning, and it made me think of a very, very well-known sitcom back in the 70s and 80s called Rising Damp. In Rising Damp, it was all about actually landlord and tenants. And it was a landlord called Rigsby, played by Leonard Rossiter. And one of his tenants, who he was also deeply in love with, was a character called Miss Jones. There is a case with a Miss Jones, Jones and Kernott, 2011, Supreme Court. And Jones and Kernott is, of course, a land law case. And we all love land law. So what was this case all about? It became a very, very important case in relation to co-ownership. So Jones and Kernott was a case about a lady called Miss Jones and a guy called Mr. Kernott. They were together and they bought a property together, title of which was registered in their joint names. Now, at that point, and still today, there is a presumption that equity follows the law, and therefore their equitable ownership, which Martin Dixon and others refer to as the real value in the property, of course, their equitable ownership was assumed to be 50-50 because they were joint tenants at the beginning of their relationship. But then, sadly, things changed. They had children, and Mr. Kernott decided to leave. He left Miss Jones on her own with the kids for well over a decade. She paid absolutely everything. The mortgage, the payments towards the upkeep of the property, childcare, absolutely everything. Over a decade later, he gets wind of the fact that she wants to sell. And so therefore he comes knocking, asking for his 50% share. The question for the court was, did he have a 50% share? Now, from a case called Stack and Dowden, which was Lady Hale, again, in 2007, 2008, Lady Hale had already made it very clear that even though equity follows the law, there can be a displaced presumption where contributions over a period of time can mean that your value in the property changes. She called it an ambulatory constructive trust interest. So she applies that in Jones and Kernott, Lady Hale again. And Lady Hale in Jones and Kernott refers to the fact that Mr. Kernott disappeared for many, many, many years. And therefore, what she decided, which really supported what was